Kinton. Today, we're going to be doing Breach versus Clancy, two albums that came out in rapid succession. We're going to go track by track here.
Yeah.
So first up, we got track ones, City Walls versus Overcompensate. My opinion here is that Overcompensate is a little bit better. I prefer when the lyrics about lore also can have to do with real life, which is part of why I like Overcompensate more, and I also think that the production is fuller and the switch-ups are more interesting. I also really like the bridge on Overcompensate, and even though they both kind of rely a little bit on older songs, City Walls seems to rely a little bit more on older songs.
I guess what I think about Overcompensate versus City Walls. Overcompensate was my favorite 21 Pilot song of all time, like basically since I became a fan. And when I first heard City Walls at the listening parties, I put it above Overcompensate, and I hadn't even seen the music video yet. And I think the music video just solidified City Walls being my number one. So I think City Walls is a little better than Overcompensate for a few reasons. The first reason being that it's 5 minutes long and I love longer songs. It also has a cool switch up for the bridge, like with the slower-ish piano that we got in the teasers that 21 Pilots posted. You remember that, right? I think like the rap verses go a little harder than Overcompensate's verse. While I love both of these songs, they're my top two of all time. I think City Walls takes it for me.
I could definitely see City Walls taking over Overcompensate in the future. I just think that Overcompensate for me was such like a different, unique sounding song, and it still is. Whereas City Walls, like, of course, nothing really sounds like it, but Overcompensate is just so distinct. You're moving City Walls, I'll be moving Overcompensate. So, track twos, Raw Fear versus Next Semester.
I don't know. For me, it's definitely Next Semester. Like, ever since like I first heard Clancy, like Overcompensate and Next Semester have been my top two songs from it. And Next Semester, because like, I don't know, it's a heavier, like, it's like a more hype song than a lot of other Clancy songs, and I really love hype songs. And also the lyrical content of Next Semester is crazy. And like,
there's so many quotable lyrics in Next Semester, it's crazy.
Yeah, and also like the switch up at the end of Next Semester where it goes to slow ukulele is just brilliant. It's so good.
Yeah, for me, like Next Semester always kind of felt like the song. I mean, I think Tyler and Josh said this too, but the song is like out of order of a regular song structure. Like that ending piece feels like maybe it should be the bridge, and the changes it makes, they just feel out of place. But that's what I love about it so much, because it adds to the lyrical content. Like, this is a song about a panic attack and about a suicide attempt. It's going to feel like out of place in its sonics, and I just love how 21 Pilots does that with songs where they make the instrumentation kind of match what the song is saying sometimes.
This much I'll say, I love Raw Fear too, but I love Next Semester more.
Yeah, Raw Fear is like not bad by any means. It's just
I just watched a reaction video to Raw Fear, and what I took from that is that like Raw Fear is kind of like the routines in the Night of Breach, but done better.
That's literally what I was thinking. Like, Raw Fear is routines in the night for Breach. All right, so yeah, Next Semester for both of us. Next up, track threes, Drum Show versus Backslide. I love Backslide, but I definitely think Drum Show is better. We get the first like actual Tyler Joseph loud ass scream in such a long time, and it comes right after the first ever studio Josh vocals, which is perfect on a song written about Josh. It's got the bass, it's got the heavy drums, it's got Tyler singing beautifully. I mean, Drum Show has everything, and Backslide has a lot, but I still think to this day that it's a little bit held back by that chorus feeling a little bit screechy.
For me, I have a lot of memories associated with the first time I heard both of these songs. Like, the first time I heard Backslide, I was in Palermo in Italy, about to go to dinner, and I think it released at noon EST, so it was like 6 p.m. where I was. So, like, the first time I listened to it, I was like walking the streets of Sicily, and I don't know, whenever I hear Backslide, I just always think about that, and it's nice to think about. But when I heard Drum Show for the first time, I was on the side of a tiny dirt road, which was a weird setting to first hear a 21 Pilot song, but it was
That's
cool. But
perfect though. Like for a song about driving, that's kind of perfect.
oh my god, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Anyway, like about the songs, like Backslide, I really like it. I always have, but Drum Show is so pristine in every single way. Like the singing is perfect from both Tyler and Josh. That blew my mind hearing Josh sing on the song. Not to mention the dirty bass. We finally got the dirty bass front and center again. It's perfect.
Next up, track 4's Garbage versus Midwest Indigo.
I don't really like disowning them, but they both kind of feel like weaker tracks on their respective albums. But I think Midwest Indigo was weaker by a landslide. Like, it's my least favorite Clancy song. I don't think it's bad, I just think it's like really mid. But I don't know, Breach, I personally think every single Breach song is a 10 out of 10, and I never thought I'd ever be able to think that for an album, but I thought it for Breach, like SKR does for Trench, but Breach. Anyway, Garbage, I think the piano thing going on in the whole song is just like, it's really nice, it's really soothing too. Like, I like that, the piano in Garbage, and also the bridge of Garbage is pretty good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, the Would You Move Closer part.
Yeah.
I love that part. That's probably my favorite part of the song. I like how in Garbage the vocal performance is lighter and softer, which goes well with the piano, and the lyrics kind of are more relatable. Midwest Indigo is about a specific place in a way, and I think Midwest Indigo is like 100% worsely produced.
I remember you saying this from the ranking video last year, but Clancy's whole vibe is kind of like fire-ish and everything, and Midwest Indigo is talking about feeling so cold.
Yeah, literally. Like, it doesn't fit at all. It feels like, honestly, people say it sounds like a Vessel song, but I stand behind the fact it feels like a Scaled and Icy song. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly garbage here.
Yeah, Garbage.
The Contract versus Routines in the Night. Obviously, the lyrics in Routines in the Night are more personal. With that being said, The Contract sounds so good that even with its like kind of songwriting to me, I still find so much enjoyment in it. I think that chorus, I didn't like it a lot at first because it's so jarring, but as time has gone on, it like needs to be there to complete the song altogether. And honestly, one of my favorite moments in any 21 Pilots like first listen is when I heard that fast rap into the scream for the first time. I mean, my favorite part of the song is the I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds part. And hearing that being screamed was so peak.
Oh, it was so good.
In the piano goes so hard, mixed with the synths.
Oh yeah.
My God.
It fits so well after Garbage. Both of those songs have cool piano lines.
Yeah, and I think it honestly works really well before Downstairs too, which is more like auto-tune synthy.
I don't know. My opinion on both of these songs, like, I feel like they both share a similar soundscape with like the electro synth stuff, but my opinion, it's easily The Contract, because like Routines in the Night, it kind of feels like the most radio bait song from Clancy, and that's not really a bad thing, but I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of those kind of songs. But anyway, The Contract, I'll be honest, even though I think every Breach song is S tier peak, The Contract might be my least favorite song from it. I mean, I like the chorus, but I think it's the weakest part of the song, and I think that's what drags it down to my least favorite Breach song. It feels kind of weird for me saying Routines is the radio bait song when The Contract is the one that hit #1 on alternative airplay.
Dude, I was listening to the radio and I was like, why are they playing The Contract? Like, this is not a radio song at all.
Yeah. Oh my. Anyway, and also The Contract, I know this has been said a lot, but I desperately want the I check the doors, check the windows, pull the blinds part to be the chorus, because it sounds so good.
Yeah, the Contract moves forward.
The Contract.
Doesn't move forward, but gets a point. It gets a point. Track 6 is Downstairs versus Vignette. Vignette is in my top 5 of all time. If you know me, I love songs about addiction. due to personal experiences. I also love the sound of Vignette. I think it feels very trench coated. I don't know if that's like a hot take. I love the synths here. I love the way he sings. I love how it's falsetto and rap. That's like some of my favorite 21 Pilots stuff, like on Morph. It's a lot of falsetto and a lot of rap, and that's in my top 5 as well. Downstairs, I like it. It's one of my least favorites from Breach. I just think that it does very much feel like a Regional at Best song updated, which isn't bad by any means. I think it's done much better than every Regional at Best song. But the chorus, I don't know how I feel about now, and the first verse, I don't like the vocal performance very much.
For me, both of these songs are S tier. Like Vignette, I get what you mean when you say trench coated, because like the production feels a lot more complex than a lot of Clancy songs, and it feels kind of like, I don't know what trench song I want to say, but it kind of sounds like it a little bit. But like, I think Downstairs might take this for me, because when I first heard Downstairs, and what's funny, I didn't even hear the Choreo demo in full until after I heard Downstairs for the first time. After hearing Downstairs and the Choreo demo, like, I guess back to back when I first heard Choreo demo, I absolutely loved how they took this super old demo from like 2011 or 2012, whenever it was, and polished it so well. And I honestly think Downstairs is in my top 5 21 Pilots songs. And like, I just love the, like, it feels nostalgic, like, and I feel like that's what it's supposed to do, because it takes a 13-14-year-old demo, and it goes on for like 5 minutes. I don't know, I love the atmosphere of Downstairs so much.
That's true. It does feel very, like, I don't want to say empty, but like airy.
Yeah, airy, that's
very
good.
free. Like, I feel like in Trench, there was a lot of soundscapes that were kind of happening all at the same time. And while I like that, Trench is my favorite album, I think it's cool they kind of matured and they were like, we don't need sounds at every point of a song. We can take time for stuff to breathe. And Downstairs really feels like that. So you're giving a point to Downstairs, and I'm giving a point to Vignette.
Yeah.
All right. Robot Voices versus The Craving.
It's Robot Voices 100%. Like, it's not hard at all. Like, I don't know. I like The Craving. It's a good song, but I don't know. Robot Voices just, it's so fun as a song. Like with the electric guitar too, like right before the chorus starts, and also just like the whole vibe of it. It's just really fun. I love it.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna have to go with The Craving though. I think The Craving means a lot to me personally as someone who's in a long-term relationship, and it's nice to see Tyler kind of going into a more mature stripped back sound for a love song, and kind of go back to his roots in his relationship versus like singing about it now. He said that he's singing about when they first kind of met, and I don't know, I really like the lyrics. I think it's the second best Jenna song, and while I love Robot Voices, The Craving just has more personal meaning to me.
Yeah, I see what you mean there. The Craving is a very personal song. All right, Robot Voices for me, The Craving for you.
Track 8's Center Mass versus Lavish. Center Mass is like, I don't know, it feels like a fuller Lavish with some more emotional beats, and it's less goofy, less memey. And while I love Lavish, I mean, the rap on Center Mass, that flow, one of my favorite Tyler Joseph flows of all time. Love how the drum being stolen was sampled and the My Death. I also think the changes in it are very 21 Pilots. Once you get comfortable in one position of how it sounds musically, it changes to a different style. And that's what I love about 21 Pilots. I feel like the worst 21 Pilots songs are the ones where they kind of just stay the same the whole time.
Clancy and Breach, I feel like they mirror each other so unbelievably well. And Center Mass and Lavish, like, they're both really like funny songs, but now that I think about it, I feel like Lavish is trying a little bit too hard, but Center Mass, it just feels so right. At the listening parties before Center Mass went on and Tyler was talking, he was like, you guys are not gonna like this song, even though it's my favorite song on the album, but you'll grow on it later. But I don't know, at the second listening party specifically that I went to, like, people were vibing to that song all over the store. Like, it was so good.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought people weren't gonna like it, because it's very 21 Pilots. But yeah, it's Center Mass. Center Mass is like generational 21 Pilots song. Cottonwood versus Navigating, easiest pick of my life. If you know me, I'm not a huge fan of Navigating. I think it's a lot of just this song sounds cool bait, so we're gonna put some mediocre lyrics that don't really mean anything. It's a lore song, but like not really. Like he's not really talking about lore at all. It's just a lore song because the music video is there, and I don't know. He's talking about disassociating and being sad and having to navigate his head, and everybody leaves, but he doesn't expand on it at all. Meanwhile, Cottonwood, he expands on it. The metaphors are crazy, and I'm always a sucker for a song that's named something, but the name is not said once.
Yeah, that's good.
Cottonwood just makes me super emotional. Like first few times I listened to it, I cried pretty hard. So
what you were talking about, like Navigating doesn't have like really any lore lyrics, but the music video is lore. But honestly though, even the music video doesn't have that much lore. Like it's just walking through the woods until Torchbearer comes out and lowers his mask.
No,
like that's
seriously, like it's all it is. Walking through Ohio woods, and then, oh, by the way, I guess he wasn't here the whole time, but you kind of already knew that, so.
Honestly, though, that could have just been an extension of the Overcompensate music video.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nothing really happens in the Overcompensate music video either, but at least it looks cool, and all the shots are super cool. How do you feel about Navigating for someone whose, like, favorite album was Clancy? I don't even know where you really have it in your tier list.
Navigating, I like it, for sure, but, like, it definitely feels empty at times. But Cottonwood, though, when I first heard it, like, my only thoughts were like, oh my god, this vibe is perfect. Like, the Cottonwood piano and also, like, the synths kind of going on in the chorus, it's all such a vibe, and I really, really, really hope they play it on the Breach tour.
Oh, me too. Like, whenever I hear it, I think of that part from the Psy live stream with Heathens and Trees where the stars start to, like, go in a circle. It just...
Oh, yeah.
It feels so late night thinking about your past, crying. Like, that type of vibe. I don't know.
Oh, the Cottonwood chorus might be my favorite part of the song. Like, it just feels perfect.
Oh, me too. Like, such great symbolism that your past self was looking towards your future, but your future self now is looking back to the past, and you're like looking at each other. That's such good writing.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So yeah, obviously it's Cottonwood by far.
Cottonwood.
All right, track 10, we got Snapback versus One Way.
Okay. It's definitely One Way for this one.
Okay, I agree, but you can't sleep on Snapback. Snapback does not deserve the hate.
Can I tell you something, though? Like, okay, when I first heard Clancy, and for like a few months of my first being a fan and everything, I absolutely shit on Snapback so much. Like, it was my least favorite Clancy song for a very long time, right up until we did the 1 year of Clancy video when I put it above Midwest Indigo.
Really? That's when it changed?
Yeah, that's like right when it changed from my second least favorite.
Whoa. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I'm still not partial to Snapback. I think it's an okay song, but One Way, like Cottonwood, One Way is also such a unique vibe on Breach. Like, but my only gripe with One Way is I desperately wish it was longer. I want more of that vibe.
Oh, me too. Like, One Way needs to be over 4 minutes. One Way is, besides the bonus track, it's my favorite from Breach, and it's just the vibe. I don't know how to describe it, but there's no other 21 Pilots song that sounds like this. Like, it's got the bass, it's got like the Tame Impala kind of beat, it's got the falsetto, but it's all it's my favorite, but I can never describe it. Why it's my favorite.
That's so good. You can't really describe your favorite. Like, that must feel like crazy. You can't be able to describe your favorite song.
Yeah. Yep.
One Way.
Yeah, but okay, wait. Let me talk about Snapback for a second.
Okay.
I do think it's very high for me, all things considered. If there was a different song from Breach versus Snapback, Snapback would probably beat it. Just means a lot to me personally. It's one of those songs that hits home, and the instrumentation I really like. People say the vocal performance is bad, but towards the end when it gets to the elasticity part, the vocal performance is amazing. I've never understood why people dog on it so much. I also think that how the beat kind of like snaps into a different area, like 2/3 of the way through, really adds to the song. Snaps back, yeah.
I also kind of wanted, like, I got two more things to say. Like, is One Way the only Breach song that could beat Snapback for you?
Drag Path and Cottonwood, but I think besides those three, Snapback.
Yeah. Also, what do you think is the likelihood that they play Snapback on the Breach tour since it wasn't played on the Clancy tour?
0%, dude. It's the, besides Jenna's version, it's the least streamed. I think if they're gonna play anything they didn't play last time, they'll play At the Risk of Feeling Dumb, but even that's like a slim chance for me. Track 11,
yeah.
Days Lie Dormant versus Oldie Station.
Okay, I know you're probably gonna be pissed at this, but I think it's Days Lie Dormant by a lot.
Oh, man. You can't say that.
I don't know. It's just like I don't know. My opinion on Oldie Station, it's got great lyrical content, and I don't know. I'm not really the biggest fan of the instrumental, and I don't know. I know how like all of Clancy is trying to experiment with vocal layering, but I think Oldie Station is going a little bit too far.
I will agree with that. I think the main thing that like puts Oldie Station in S tier for me is how it sounds when there's no vocal layering, like when it's played live or at the what was it, BBC? No, what was it?
Huh? Wait, what was what?
When he went to play like
the Q101 thing.
Q101. Like it sounds so good there, and having the bridge repeated at the end too, saying Oldie Station a second time really adds to it. I know that's not in the actual song. Oldie Station, just the lyrics in general kind of save the sound, and I like the sound about halfway through, but you're right, like the beginning isn't that great. I've always said it kind of sounds like a rejected SpongeBob track. And I don't know, I think Oldie Station beats Days Lie Dormant because it's Days Lie Dormant, and I don't like that song. I just think Days Lie Dormant, I've said this several times on my channel, but I think it sounds like an AJR song. I don't think the production is particularly good. It feels like a lot of layering that doesn't need to be there, like Midwest Indigo in that way. I don't like the end where he screams, yeah. Like at that point, I'm so checked out.
Yeah, that's fair, but I don't know. I will say I liked Days Lie Dormant a lot more when I first heard Breach, because I really liked the part where right in the beginning he screams, yeah, and all that stuff, but I don't know, it shrunk on me to my second least favorite from Breach, but I still love it, like all the Breach songs.
Yeah, that's valid. I think it'll take some time to grow. Like when I'm a little bit tired of listening to the other ones over and over again, I'll go back to it and kind of be like, oh, this isn't as bad. But for track 12, we got Tally versus At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. I honestly think I like At the Risk of Feeling Dumb more. I think I like the message of it. I like how at first it's Tyler saying he doesn't want anyone to come to him and help him, but then it goes along and he's like, if you're saying this, you should let someone help you. I also think it's one of his best vocal performances of all time. I like how it starts as this circusy beat, but then it turns into almost like a rock heavy song. It's just another one of those 21 Pilots songs that is very dynamic, and it feels like one of the most dynamic off of Clancy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Like, both At the Risk of Feeling Dumb and Tally for me are S tier 10 out of 10 songs. Like, I love both of them so much. I'm honestly gonna say Tally though, mainly because like the verses go so hard. The chorus, it doesn't really go hard, but it's also just like so good.
It fits the vibe.
And what I love about like the verses though is, do you remember when it first starts with like, I wanted to progress things, I wanted my soul set free, and like the bassy drum that goes right between like
That's the best part of the song.
Yeah. Honestly, though, like, at the risk of feeling dumb, what these two songs have in common is that they both have immaculate vocal performances.
Intentions versus Paladin Straight.
It's Paladin Straight. I'm sorry. It's, I don't know. For me, it's definitely Paladin Straight. Like, if you're gonna put 21 Pilots' longest song ever versus their shortest song ever, there's a much higher likelihood that I would pick the longer one. And also, just Paladin Straight, it has some of the best production on Clancy, with like the way that it gradually builds up throughout like the first 4 minutes of the song or something. And I know the Minute of Birds, it throws a lot of people off guard, but I think that needs to be there. And like the end of it is just like so good and perfectly setting up everything that we've gotten with Breach. And I don't know, just the production of Paladin Straight goes so hard. And while Intentions, I love it a lot, like how it's a reversed truce instrumental is so cool, and the lyrics are perfect for tying up the knot with the City Walls music video. I do like Paladin Straight more.
Yeah, I think I would definitely listen to Paladin Straight more, but Intentions means more to me. Intentions feels very creepy, and how it's backwards, and the way Tyler is singing, he's making it like backwards melodies from Truce, because if you reverse it, even the vocals are. I like how Truce and Intentions are both about like staying stagnant for the sake of kind of bettering yourself, knowing that there's not necessarily a good or bad ending to all of this, that you kind of just have to deal with it no matter how it goes and be okay with that. Paladin Straight I like a lot. I don't know. I don't know why it shrunk on me. It went from like one of my favorite 21 Pilot songs ever to being like, this is good, but I don't think it's perfect by any means. I've said this a lot too, but I like how Paladin Straight has like 3 different styles of chorus. You got the strip back,
they're so good.
You got the drums, and then you got the synthy one, and it works really well. I think it's a great, like you said, it's a great final step before the finale. I used to be a little bit like, why does this song exist if it's not the finale? But now I get it. Even though the line isn't on Clancy, we're going to do the line versus Drag Path. You and me, Drag Path is in our top 5 of all time.
Oh my god.
So
Drag Path.
It's like, if City Walls and Intentions were kind of the perfect way to wrap up the story, Drag Path is kind of the perfect epilogue to sort of say, you're not going to see what's going to happen next, but here's a little taste of maybe what what direction the story will go into. And I think it's perfect.
That's so for real though, because like, I don't know, Drag Path, when I first found out that Drag Path was released with a Breach Digital Remains, I was like, what the fuck? It's real? The lyrics that we had gotten in Clancy Digital Remains were turned into an actual song that just released a few days ago? What the hell is going on? What's awesome though is because like, I know I sent this in the Discord, but like the Digital Remains lyrics, like for one part it says, I dug my heels next to each other as evidence for you to discover. But the actual song is, I dug my heels into the gravel as evidence for you to unravel.
It's easily one of their best written songs. I can't lie.
Oh my. And also, another reason that I love Drag Path, and I honestly have it at number 4 of all time right now, is that I am so glad they released another 5-minute song.
Me too. And it's like Bandito, but it's better. It's perfect.
Oh my god. Yes, it's perfect.
I love how like the first 2 verses are almost the same because he's talking about the devil's eyes, and you're like, oh, is this the chorus? And then the Drag Path part comes on, and you're like, oh my god, this is the best part of the song.
So good. And also, like, the bridge is heavenly with the...
Would you please hurry? Like, dude, it makes me so emotional.
So good. And also, another thing that I'll say about Drag Path is that it would be the perfect song to play during the end credits of a 21 Pilots lore movie.
Yes. It's such the perfect closer to the lore. Like Intentions is good, but it has nothing on Drag Path.
Oh my god, that's so for real.
When he's saying, "Can you find me?" over and over again, and then the song ends with "You found me," and saying the sun starts to rise, like kind of calling back to truth, but also calling back to like the end of the City Walls music video. It's perfect. It's so good.
It's so good. Perfect.
I could see this becoming like top 3, top 2 21 Pilots songs of all time for me.
I am so close to putting it in top 3. It's at my number 4 right now.
If it's not played at the live shows, it's a crime. I honestly think it's number 4 for me because I think this is the best 21 Pilots song that has released since Trench, in my opinion.
Oh my.
Wait. Besides Redecorate, I forgot.
Yeah, besides Redecorate. So you're putting it above Vignette?
I think I would put it above Vignette. Honestly, I think it might be above Morph and Cut My Lip. I think it might be second at this point.
No shot.
Literally, like right now, whenever I go to listen to Breach, I start it and I'm like, you know what? I want to listen to Drag Path instead.
That's so good. I don't know. It would take a lot for me to put Drag Path above Overcompensate and Jumpsuit. You know how much I love those songs.
Yeah.
For all of you who haven't listened to Drag Path, go to YouTube and just find it.
Please go listen to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got 12 versus 2 with Breach winning, and I've got 8 versus 6 with Breach winning. So Breach wins. I think altogether, it's a more dynamically written album in its lyricism and in its production. I think that Clancy kind of felt like a bunch of songs put together that didn't really exactly fit together, but Breach feels like a full project.
We didn't even talk about the line at all. We just raved about.
Oh shit! I forgot about the line. Cool. Well, Kinton, thank you for being here in this video with me, raving about these albums.
Yeah, this was awesome.
I'll have you back for the 21 Pilots bracket in October.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna do another one of these versus videos with Trench with Bennion. So you guys,
that'll be
keep
good.
an eye out for that too.
No problem.
All right, peace out.